Hi, welcome to Teen Wisdom Tuesday. Today we're going to talk all about communicating with your teen. I know that sometimes it seems like the silent treatment is the easiest thing, and lots of teens will choose this route. Some parents are choosing this route, but here's the thing. Going silent is actually avoidance. Now, sometimes we feel like if we just can stop talking, it actually would be more peaceful around our house. And in the short term, maybe. So it may be that you keep butting heads, and you're right. That is exhausting. If every time you're in the same space as your teen or your partner or whoever you are having trouble communicating with, it is tense, because you're just bracing yourself for the next blow and the next blow. Here's how we can turn some of that around. Whenever we are in that kind of conflict space, communicating with someone else, when we keep butting heads, it's because it's the surfaces that keep butting heads. So it's your will versus their will, and no one is getting their way. And your teen is probably going to keep approaching that, trying to get what they want or convince you that their idea is better than yours. And what it takes as the leader in the relationship, as the adult, is for you to really evaluate the surface that you've been bringing to this interaction and really ask yourself, what is this all about for me? And when you can take some of that time and step back and say, what is behind this conflict that we keep having? And I'll give you a really concrete example. So between me and my daughter, it's often a conflict. I get worked up when she's not doing what I've asked her to do and time is running out. I know parents everywhere are like, I hear you, right? We want our kids to be able, okay, hurry up, get ready for school, get out the door, because we're kind of watching the time tick away. And so my daughter and I will butt heads. I'm like, come on, it's time to go, get dressed, eat your breakfast, brush your teeth. We have a timeline here. And I realize that for me, what's behind that is fear. And I know on the surface, I can easily justify it. Like, yeah, I want her to get to school on time because I want her to understand that when she's late, she misses things. And I want her to be able to be a timely person, be able to manage her time, be able to get places on time and really show up in her life and not be chronically late. I want her to be able to focus her emotions and set aside, I want this right now. For long term, I need to get myself places so that I can show up for the life that I really want. So I get it. I can easily justify the time crunch in that way. And all of that is true. So I want you to understand that whatever surface you're bringing to the situation, it's probably true. But the truth of it is actually continuing to butt up against the other person because they also believe, but the truth of what I'm saying is also true. So peel back a layer behind the truth of it. And in that scenario with my daughter, the truth of it is that when I think about time, I think time is running out. There's only so much time, and it is scarcity. That's what's at the heart of it. So when I know that, and I've taken a little bit of time to really unpeel the layers of what's going on in this conflict for me, I also understand that if I've been able to peel back these layers, that my daughter also, there are some layers beneath why she's doing what she's doing. So for her, it's her autonomy. I want what I want, and I don't want anyone to talk me out of it or rush me through it. And so when I recognize that that's what's happening, and that's what's happening for me, my fear of there not being enough time, and her fear of having to give up the core of who she is, those things are battling in a really daily simple thing of like getting dressed and ready for school. So as the adult, when I know that, then I can infuse a little bit of grace into the situation and think, okay, how can I help my daughter still have her sense of autonomy and freedom and not feel like I am pushing her around because of my own fear? How can we do this? And so in those moments when there is a time crunch and there is a constraint, because that's how life operates. I mean, school does start at a certain time. So in those moments when I can really check in and say, take a deep breath. She hasn't been late before. We do have time. And actually, she responds better when I can just step out of my own fear about it. So me pushing because of my fear actually makes her go slower because she's pushing against me. If I can step back and think, okay, take a deep breath, ground yourself, find a calm voice, and just ask her what's next for getting ready. And when I ask that question, I'm honoring her autonomy because she has to take the next step. Instead of me saying, put your clothes on, eat your breakfast. Nobody loves that. Nobody loves being told what to do. But I put her in the position of what's next. So I hope that really solid example can help you see a couple of things. As the leader, as the adult in the relationship, you get to peel back some of the layers for yourself and help yourself figure out what are some of those layers you can peel back that might be going on for your teen, so that you realize it's not about the surfaces butting against each other. And then I hope you notice that I still had the big picture concept that getting to school on time actually is what's going to happen here, because I'm the adult and I'm holding on to that, right? This is what's going to happen. That's what I value. That's what I believe is important. But I found a way in this small piece of getting to that big picture of getting to school on time, I found a way to really tap into what my daughter needed, was a sense of her own autonomy. So that example is here for you. So if you have a teen who's giving you the silent treatment, they are looking for some relief from battling against the surfaces, but inside, they are craving connection, because that's what we're all craving. And we all crave connection with those people who are intimately in our lives, that we live within our homes, that we choose to spend our time with as friends. So if you are in a situation with your teen where they're giving you the silent treatment, or you've been giving them the silent treatment, search your heart and trust that you both would prefer to be connected. But it's just been so exhausting continuing this battle. So this is your moment. This is the point of power for you as the adult and the leader in this relationship to start to peel back some of those layers. What's really going on here for you? And when you feel like you've got a little bit of insight into that, start to think about what's going on for your teen. And know that at the heart of it, you both want to be connected. Sometimes we have our blind spots and we can't always see what's in the way or what all the layers are. And that's why I have a job. That's exactly the work that I do with parents and teens, is really helping you figure out what are all the layers. What is most important to you that you're absolutely going to uphold, and how can you understand what those hidden fears might be for you and what they might be for your teen. So if you need some support, please reach out to me. Just post in the comments below and say, can we connect? Or private message me and we'll set up a time where I can support you to peel back those layers and start communicating again, because your teen needs you. They may never say it, but they need your guidance. They crave your love and affection and your attention, and I can help you get there and reconnect with them. Okay, much love to you. Take care.